Good afternoon, everybody. It's Monday, April 20th, 2020. This is Alan Smith, meteorologist with the Jackson Hole weather forecast for today. It's about 12:30 p.m., so right around lunchtime. Here was a webcam image from the Spring Creek Ranch just a little while ago. You can see it's a very nice day out today. Sun's out, warmer temperatures, quite a change from the past week over the past couple of days, which has been nice. Let's take a look at current temperatures around the area. This was about an hour ago at 11:30. We could see already mid to upper 40s across most of the valley. Higher elevations generally in the 30s right now. Looking out across all of Wyoming, we see some 40s hanging around in western Wyoming. Most of central and eastern Wyoming are already up into the 50s as of late Monday morning. Our almanac shows that we should be up in the mid 50s for average highs at this time of year, with average lows in the mid 20s. We were right around these values, just a couple of degrees below average on Sunday. So, quite an improvement over the weekend. Record highs up in the mid 70s, so nowhere near records on either end of the spectrum. Over the past week, we can see that temperatures were much colder than average across the region. Temperatures were generally 10 to 20 degrees below average across western Wyoming, Jackson Hole area, even colder on across eastern Wyoming. So it was a frigid week by mid-April standards. Precipitation wise, we saw quite a bit from a northwesterly flow. It was mainly during one storm last week around the middle of the week where we had over an inch of moisture in the Tetons and up to 18 inches of snow fell across the higher elevations of the Tetons as well. So it was a significant late season storm. We actually reached our maximum snow depth for the season across the higher elevations. We hit 135 inches at the Rendezvous Bowl plot at Jackson Hole Mountain Resort, and we've started to drop since then. This was likely the deepest it'll get all season. We should see an overall melting trend from here on out. We're down to 123 inches since the middle of last week. That's still well above average for this time of year. And the same is true across the mid and lower elevations of the Tetons as well. So we've got a very healthy snowpack heading into the spring months. Let's take a look at our current upper level weather chart. We can see this ridge of high pressure across the western US and western North America. That's resulting in the warmer and drier conditions. There is a weak area of low pressure moving across Nevada and Utah, but that's not really going to impact our weather at all. Eastern half of the country, trough of low pressure, so cooler and more unsettled weather across the East Coast. Let's take a look at National Weather Service current hazards. Pretty quiet day across most of the country. We've got a little bit of severe weather going on in central Florida, upper Midwest, Dakotas, Minnesota. We've got some wind advisories and some fire weather red flag alerts as well. Thunderstorm day, a little bit going on across the southern and eastern portions of the country, but overall, pretty quiet day. This is Tuesday's upper level chart. We can see high pressure continuing to strengthen over the western U.S. That's going to lead to a warmer day across Jackson Hole. We could be getting into the upper 50s, might even push 60 degrees in the valley. As we get into Wednesday, we see high pressure starting to break down a little bit. We will stay dry across Jackson Hole during the daytime hours, but look for winds to be increasing ahead of this next system that's going to be coming in out of the northwest, and we'll start to see clouds increase throughout the day as well. Getting into Wednesday night, we can see the jet stream starting to dip in from the west, and that's going to be ushering in some moisture and result in our next storm system for the middle part of the week. Can see getting into Wednesday night is when we'll start to see this precipitation start to arrive. It's probably going to be late in the evening or after midnight before we see anything start to get here, but once it arrives, we could start to see some heavy snow falling across the mountains pretty quickly. Temperatures will be warm enough. This is mostly going to be a rain event in the valley. We'll see snow levels from late Wednesday night into Thursday afternoon, generally ranging from 6,500 to 7,500 feet. So low enough that we could see some occasional wet snowflakes mix in the valley around Jackson, but overall, any accumulating snow is going to hang out above the valley floor and across the mid-high elevations of the Tetons. So as we get into Thursday evening, we'll start to see rain and snow tapering off across the area, but total precipitation amounts through Thursday night, pretty decent amount. Heaviest is going to be up in Washington and Idaho, but northwest Wyoming takes a pretty solid hit as well. We could see zoomed in on the Tetons, some areas indicating up to an inch of moisture. My forecast is going to call for 6 to 12 inches across the higher elevations of the Tetons, so a pretty good storm. Heaviest is going to be falling early Thursday morning, so if you're driving over Teton Pass, you can expect a snowy commute on Thursday morning with improving conditions by Thursday evening, since precipitation will be tapering off by then. Let's look into Friday. We've got low pressure shifting farther east, high pressure looming again towards the west. We'll be on the back end of this system in Jackson Hole, so we'll be cool and a little bit unsettled. We can expect highs in the 40s in the valley on Friday. Could see a few rain or snow showers redevelop, as we'll be on the back edge of this system. It won't be completely out of our hair yet, but it shouldn't be a whole lot for us. Most of the moisture is going to be hitting us on Wednesday night and Thursday. Then as we get into the weekend on Saturday, we've got high pressure building back in, so we're going to see much warmer temperatures and mostly sunny skies return over the weekend. So weekend's looking pretty nice at this point. 5-day forecast for the Jackson Hole Valley. We've got mid upper 50s over the next few days, cooling into the 40s on Thursday and Friday. Lows are generally in the 20s and 30s. Across the higher elevations, highs are going to be in the 40s at 9,000 feet for the next few days, then cooling off into the 30s on Thursday and Friday as we get some of that snowfall occur. Looking at timing-wise for precipitation, we can see Wednesday night, daytime Thursday is going to be the main round. Lighter, more showery on Thursday night. Friday and Friday night, we could have a few light showers redevelop, but shouldn't amount to a whole lot. Snow forecast across the Tetons. This is for 9,000 feet. Wednesday night and Thursday, we could see 6 to 12 inches and perhaps some light accumulations on Friday if we get any snow showers redevelop. Let's take a look at our week 2 outlook. So we'll get through the weekend where it's warming up and drying out, and look at this. We're going to have high pressure strengthening across the western half of the country next week, and this is going to result in above normal temperatures. So that would mean for late April, that would mean getting up possibly well into the 60s across Jackson Hole Valley, and precipitation looks to be drier than average as well. So that's all I've got for you for today. Thanks for watching, and get out and enjoy the sunshine.